weapons.
Yeah.
There's always weapons.
Always.
Well, there's definitely one.
It's all good weapons this week. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the WA Running Podcast, recording on Monday the 22nd of June 2026. In this week's episode, we recap Ultra Perth over the weekend that attracted some big prize money and therefore attracted some big dogs in the WA running community. In other results, we had the PTS Snakes and Ladders. And finally, we finished the episode with Weapons of Warp. Across my screen is someone who is hopefully on track to run a sub 25k. And then I saw over the weekend on Sunday, not doing a slow Sunday long run, definitely under 5-minute Ks when I saw her. Vici Richardson, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. It's BTRC. You can't run anything but under 5-minute Ks for that with that group. They are fast. Well, way faster than me, actually, but even the slower group are fast.
Yeah, I mean, I saw you on the way back and you were the front of the group. Were you not?
No. Ben and Matt were at the front of the group.
But you were the front of the second group.
It was. Yes, I was. And it was entirely my fault. The pace was as fast as it was because of me.
Yeah.
I accept full responsibility.
Okay. All right. You're well?
Yes. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. Yeah.
Cool. Very good. Very good. On the other side of my screen is, I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. You've raced as an Asian man. You've been to Asia for work. And on the weekend, I saw a picture of you forcing your children to do child labour. Christopher, I'm sure. How are you, mate?
I'm really well, Simon. We won't get into any racist tropes this early in the episode, but certainly been putting my children to work at home here, trying to renovate a small toilet, and a trip to China and a bit of Chinese food of late has been treating me very well.
Very good, mate. Very good. And then finally, on the other side of my screen is someone that ran Ultra Perth over the weekend, coming third in the half marathon. Liam Kamudu, welcome to the WA Running Podcast.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
It's great to have you here, mate. Now, I understand a little birdie told me that you're a fellow Chisholm College alumni. Did running start at school for you, mate, or with cross country, or did you have other sports on your radar when you were in high school?
Yes, yeah. So pretty much soccer was like my main priority in high school. I started under sixes and got all the way up until the sort of first team when I was 18 years old, and I guess kind of just fell out of love with it. Found I was just playing it because I was for the sake of it, and took a year off of sports completely. And then I thought, I've always been pretty decent at running, so kind of went for a couple 5Ks at 20 minutes, give the heart rate a good pounding, but it was good. In high school, cross-country coach was always like, oh, mate, like, you're pretty good at running, like, you should take it serious. But none of my mates was ever interested. So, I always just sort of stuck to soccer. And, that's what I loved at the time. And, it's funny now. I look back and I think, damn, like, I wish I took running a bit serious then. But
no, you're certainly making up for lost time, mate. I mean, my recollection of Chisholm College cross-country mornings when I was probably in high school 20 years before you were, but mine involved some very short teal shorts down at Hillcrest Oval in the freezing cold, and I can probably understand why you weren't all that interested in running, because those were some awful mornings back in the day.
Yeah, they were pretty rough. We just did the exact same training every single day, and not many would turn up.
Yeah, no, tough stuff. Now, I guess at least Simon and I'm not sure about you, Vicky, but I came to know of you through the Let's Cook running team, mate. And I guess, for a lot of people, Carlos has been the kind of prime suspect or the boss, as he likes to call himself, for the Let's Cook running team. But these days, you seem to be the one that's kind of flying the flag, mate. How did you get involved with Carlos and his crew, and how did that kind of get you, I guess, further into running than you already were at the time?
So I pretty much started my running like COVID times, I guess. 2020. I think I did my first race in 2021. And then, I'd probably say my third or fourth race, it was a WAMC race. And, I actually won that. It was, I think, the Perth 32. I think it was the 10K. And, I got the win there. And, started talking to Carlos. And, I'd just see him at every event. Like, it seemed like he was just racing every weekend. And, started talking. And I was like, oh, we should go for like a social run. And he's like, oh, come down to the WA Run podcast community run. And I went down. I think that was the first one down at Cool Jack Island. And slowly sort of broadened my like connections and everything in the running scene. And then it's just kept on growing ever since.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you've kind of started to pop up on podiums all over the place. And I think going back to Bibra Lake 12K maybe in 2024 was probably the first time I actually met you. And it was one of those days where it was absolutely pissing rain. And I think you ran 40:23 for the win there. Over the weekend, you've just run a half marathon at the same pace that you ran 12K back in 2024 without any real specific training for the race. Like how does that, looking out from now, like how does your progression feel going from 2 years ago to now? Like obviously a lot of things have changed in that time.
Yeah, it's extremely motivating. Even when I started off, I was doing 5Ks and just struggling to even crack 20 minutes then. And it's crazy what some easy running can do, and like getting a coach and everything. And now like I don't need much motivation to go out and run. It's all just sort of discipline. And I'm hungry to just keep on getting better and improving, and see where it takes me.
Yeah, for sure. So you got a coach, I guess was it last year with Rams, or maybe just the year before? I think you and Carlos more or less signed up at the same time. What has changed in your training from when you were kind of leading yourself from COVID through to 2024, and now that you're running under Rams? What is different about your training, and what do you think has had the most impact on your running?
Yeah, I did some crazy running. Just felt like it when I went for a run. I'd just do whatever really. No actual plan or structure or nothing. I remember waking up one day and saying to my mate, like, oh, can you pace me for a marathon? And I ran from Elizabeth Quay all the way to Freo, one side of the river, and then back around. And ran out of water. Didn't even know what gels were at the time. And it's funny what findings you find along the way and everything. But I reached out to Matt Ramsden, started January last year. Had some good results in 2024, but I thought, now's the time to get a coach and sort of like knuckle down and take things a bit more serious. And it's, I guess, paid off, and he's a great coach, and I'm really glad I sort of joined.
Yeah, what, like training with a group like that where you've got some of the fastest guys and girls on the track in the state, and then you've got obviously Matt himself has represented Australia. Like, having a group like that to train with, obviously, must drive you pretty strongly.
Yeah, definitely. At the start of the week, I always look forward to training, because we train on a Tuesday, a Friday, and then long run on Sunday. But even on our easy run sort of off days, like Monday, we catch up and jog together, and then Saturday we do a sort of almost like a high rocks type of training, some drills and whatnot. But so we're sort of seeing each other almost every day of the week, and it's great. A lot of like-minded people, and it's great pushing each other.
Yeah, was it intimidating at the start? Because I imagine being a newbie going into a group like that, and like Chris said, some pretty elite guys and really fast guys and girls in WA. How were the first couple of weeks trying to settle into, I guess, that dynamic coming from a very limited, structured coaching background?
So pretty much, like, I'd say maybe 2 or 3 months before, I did the John Gilmore 10K track race in spikes. And then 2 days later, I raced a 5K and cracked 16 minutes for the first time. And then, like, the following week, I had a couple of like shin problems.
Yeah.
And yeah, they sort of lingered around, but it was nothing too serious. And then January, at the start, I joined Rams. And then I did the 5K state track race the end of that month. And I pretty much struggled to finish the race, and my shins were just on fire. So, yeah, I kind of joined Rams, like, bad timing. But, yeah, in training, I always thought sort of Carlos was, like, quite similar to my ability at the time. He was doing about 160 Ks a week, and I was only managing about 80, just sort of managing the shins and everything. But yeah, most of the time I got carried away, and yeah, just, I guess, wasn't really helping myself too much. And it wasn't until I went off to England where I could train by myself and really sort of started, like, locking into the correct paces and running to my ability.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, let's, I guess, jump to that. Moving to the UK, obviously a big move, coming from Little Perth, but yeah, you kind of had the opportunity through family, I guess, to go and spend a bit of time there. Take us through, like, how the opportunity, like, yeah, what kind of what you were hoping to get out of that move into the UK, and yeah, like how transformational was it in your running? And we've probably seen results over the last 6 months that have proven that, but maybe take us through the start.
Well, yeah, after graduating uni, I guess I kind of haven't found the right job yet, so I'm sort of in between finding the right sort of career path and job for myself. And yeah, Dad lives over in England, so I thought, why not sort of go spend some time with him, do a bit more traveling. And yeah, I was quite fascinated by some of the races over there, and thought I can really get some quick times over there, because yeah, you know what racing's like in Perth with the various conditions. So yeah, Dad lives in the countryside, so it is a whole different world. Them sort of free country roads. So yeah, it was a couple rough mornings, like running in the snow and almost rain every day. Yeah, it struggled to get some running in the sun. But yeah, I was just keen to race almost every weekend. Like, there was just so many good races on.
Whereabouts were you in the UK?
So around the Midlands area, it's called Shrewsbury.
Oh yeah, I'm from the Midlands.
So about an hour from Birmingham, which is where I was working.
Yeah.
And yeah, pretty rough running around Birmingham, like, after work, because I was doing about 3 months worth of work. But yeah, I was keen on doing a bit of traveling and racing, so it was just never going to work trying to balance, like, 50-hour working week and running and getting, like, to and from Birmingham as well. Like, there's just not enough hours in the day.
Did you join a club while you were there?
I didn't know, so I stayed on with Rams and just did sort of individual training.
Because there's some fast clubs around the Midlands. Well, there's some fast clubs around all of the UK, actually, but some fast clubs around the Midlands, and some fast races as well, depending on what time of year you were there.
Yeah. So I got there in July, and then left end of February. But I did end up running and sort of, like, meeting a couple, like, local lads, and running with them a fair bit. And yeah, one of the lads I was running with almost every weekend, we do long run together. He, like, represented England for the under-18s over the weekend in Slovenia. So yeah, cool to see, like, how all them other lads are getting on, and yeah, it was good.
Awesome. I mean, so while you were there, you did Frankfurt Marathon. You ran a 2:29 in October 2025. What did training look like for a marathon, particularly in the UK, and particularly when perhaps, compared to Perth, you had the likes of Carlos running, 100 miles a week. What was your training specifically for a marathon in Frankfurt?
So Frankfurt was actually the 4th marathon I'd signed up to, but with injuries and sort of all sorts going on. This is finally the one I could tick off. Working this full-time job in Birmingham, it didn't allow me to do any double days, so it was just all single, like running after work or like the big long run on the Sunday. So I was only cranking out about 110 for my sort of max weeks. I think I did about 4 weeks at that mileage, and then 2 taper weeks. But I was full of confidence, especially the weather. I was constantly running in sort of like 10 degrees, so I was always like hitting the paces, feeling good, just like elite conditions to sort of smash the sessions. And come race day, I just knew I was going to get there. Just didn't want to sort of run it that fine like I did that day.
So do you find then, like after that experience, that 110, 120 Ks a week is kind of your happy place? Or do you think that if you were to do a proper marathon training block that you would consider bumping up the mileage?
Yeah, so I'm slowly sort of like still finding it all out. Same with Matt. Actually, on my training plan, it's got me for 143 Ks a week, but I just cannot manage that working a FIFO job now. So 100 is like the sort of maximum I can do, just with the time restrictions and just what the body can handle, working such long hours and all. But who knows? Maybe one day I could hit them sort of 160 weeks and see what time we can get with that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you seem to be putting together results with what you're managing to run at the moment, and often people get carried away, seeing what everyone else is running, right? And that's sometimes what causes people issues, so they end up injured or whatnot. But maybe like I would love to hear. I know you and I have spoken a little bit about it, but I'd love to hear, and maybe you can share with the listeners about like Frankfurt, like how it was like race morning, and like you came in like. I think you finished in 2:29.41, so you kind of came in really clutch at the end to close out that race, and it, from what I could see, finished inside of an indoor stadium, which is kind of a unique experience. Maybe take us through like the race itself and what your feelings were at the start, and then maybe what you were feeling at the finish line.
Yeah. So I pretty much got to Frankfurt on the Wednesday. And I did a bit of like a shakeout plane run when I got off the plane, and it was just super windy. And I thought, oh no, like just like please come good race day. But it kind of cleared up a bit. Come race morning, had the basic plain rice. I actually had my first Nomio shot. Never tried before or anything. Not meant to do anything new race day, but I thought, why not? So got that down 3 hours before the race. And sort of wandered over, what's the time and everything. And then all of a sudden, after sort of dropping off all my gear, like there was 20 minutes till the race start, and I hadn't done a warm up or anything. So I do the bag drop, and all of a sudden I need to go to the toilet. I turned to the toilet, and there's about like 50 people lined up. And I thought, oh no, like not going to be able to fit a warm up in now. And so I think there's about 10 minutes till the race start, and I get down to the start line, and I try to like hop in my wave, and there's just no getting through. So I end up sort of getting pushed behind the 3 hour sort of paces. And it wasn't until the gun goes off, I think 35 or 40 seconds later, I finally get through the starting line there. And it's just like a big wall of traffic, and it took me a good 3 or 4 Ks to sort of like weave through and play a bit of like a patient game. But I mean, on the other hand, it was good because I sort of got my warm up in there. And pretty much like the next sort of 17 Ks sort of leading up to the halfway mark, all I was doing was just overtaking people. Felt really good sort of early on. I wore the fast R3, so very aggressive shoe. So I wasn't sure what to expect, like if they'd sort of, give me a bit of pain or, God knows what would happen, because they are a bit more of like a sort of 5K, 10K shoe. So we get to about halfway and I end up joining a big pack. I think there's about 20 or 30 people, and I see the pace maybe drop off one or two. I think we're about 3:34, the current pace was. And I'm just sort of crunching the numbers through my head, like, oh, I've got to get on my bike here. And about 23 Ks, I sort of take off by myself. And I think 6 or 7 people like follow me, and we're just in a straight line. And I'm pretty much doing all the sort of front running, I guess. And that's pretty much it for like the sort of city running. It's a lot more sort of open roads when it gets to that point of the race, and you can really sort of feel like the headwind kick in. But it was on sort of like freeway roads, so it was sort of nice and open. Could really lock into the pace, and it felt great. As I say, first time doing a marathon, so gels and everything just sat perfectly. And continue to sort of overtake people. And then I think I get to about 40 Ks. I'm just like checking my watch like every minute or so, like just get me there, like get me into that like red carpet. And so enter into the stadium, and there's just like hundreds of people just on the sides, like screaming and everything, and cross the line with 19 seconds to spare. So good day.
Amazing, mate. I mean, after having what you said, this was your 4th one that you'd attempted to sign up for, to finally get it, must have been. Was it a sense of relief, or was there kind of a gratitude or some kind of sense of accomplishment?
Yeah, I was over the moon. Not just like the time, of course, but just to sort of finish and get it ticked off, because Perth was meant to be the debut in 2024. And the year before that, 2023, but couple injuries, and then Gold Coast was finally meant to be the big one. Looking forward to it, and just couldn't get the shin splints away in time. So I dropped down to the half, and tried running under 71:30 to get the London qualifier, which would set me up for London Marathon just gone. I went out a bit too hard and unfortunately missed it, running 73 minutes there. But I knew Frankfurt was always going to be the marathon debut, and then anything else in my sort of Europe trip would just be a sort of bonus.
Great. I mean, so you followed up Frankfurt with a sub 70 at Barcelona half in Feb. So 69:15 with some crazy depth in Europe there to probably tow you along there. I guess backing up from Frankfurt and perhaps the confidence of Frankfurt, were you always eyeing for that sub 70 heading into Barcelona?
Yeah, definitely. So as soon as them tickets went on release, I snapped them up. I thought, I don't care, like if I want to go home early or anything, like I'm staying and doing Barcelona. I think it's the fastest half in the world, so I definitely wanted to tick that off. And sort of the week leading up to the race, I was eyeing off 68:30. Okay. And unfortunately got a bit sick, like sort of come race week, and it cleared up I think a day or two before, but I still didn't feel like 100%. So I said to Matt, like, I just want to tick off like the sub 70, like I feel I can do it. I just want to get this done, and I guess got it done with flying colours in the end. And I definitely want to go back and do that again one day.
Amazing. So following on from that, you come back to Perth. You had your eyes set on Bunbury, perhaps some prize money being the goal, and the motivation behind that. What was training like for Bunbury, knowing that it wasn't a goal race per se, but obviously wanting to put in a good effort to get the win?
Yeah. So, first of all, London was the sort of the goal. But missing that time at Gold Coast, I was keen on, doing a sort of April or May marathon. And couldn't decide between maybe Ballarat, like another sort of full marathon send. But yeah, after Barcelona half, I just, I guess, a bit drained after such a big block and racing so much over the sort of winter time in the UK. I thought, I think it's time to take a little bit of a break, recharge, and then come back to Perth, and then knuckle down with the sort of winter races over here. And I guess Bunbury just sort of set up perfectly. Still gaining my fitness. And when Carlos mentioned he was going to drop out, I just knew it'd almost be a sort of good opportunity to sort of get a good long sort of effort in. Went great.
I can't remember what was your second half? Was it 70?
1:16:30 something, I think.
Jesus Christ. And I remember like seeing you perhaps maybe the first 8Ks, you're just jogging.
Yeah. Having a good Sunday chat with John Pence. And then coming up to the halfway mark, he's like, "Go on, mate." Like, just take off already. And then sort of like kicked on, I guess, and sort of got a good second half in.
What, 1:6? Did you say 1:16?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think the first half was 1:22. I think we went through, and
Wow.
I thought in my head, I'll try to get a sub like 2:40 here.
Yeah, awesome. So these races have been coming thick and fast because you were then on the start line for the HBF 12K. You can tell me in a minute how brilliant that was, given I work for HBF. But 38:32 for 6th place. So how did that go? Were you happy with that result?
Yes and no. For no. To run that time and finish 6th, it's like, to be so close to second, like 10 at the 10K mark. I think there was 5 or 6 of us guys like still there, and they kind of just left me in the dust, and I couldn't go with them. But for my current fitness and where I was at, like just coming off night shift for work, I knew I wasn't gonna run blazing fast, but to still go through halfway, and I think 31:45 through 10K. I'm very happy with that, and over the moon with that result.
Yeah, that's awesome. Times that many of us could only dream of. And then on just the weekend gone, Ultra Perth, you were on the podium in 3rd with a half marathon in 70:56. I didn't write these questions, but I kind of do this at a different standard. So the question reads, not sure about you, but I like to create a little hit list of people that I'd like to chase down in races. Not really. But I'm sure you do. Obviously, Ryan Greenwood was on the podium as well. How much do you desire to beat him in the next head-to-head that you guys have?
He's got me the last 2 races now, so next time we're on the start list together, I'm definitely going to be keen to get him back. But he's looking really good at the moment. I'm sure he's got Gold Coast in 2 weeks' time now, the half marathon. So he's looking very good. It's crazy. Like, he ran like 33 minutes at Bridges, and then to see where he's at now, like, it's a very quick progression. So he should be full of confidence.
Yeah, he's going really well for a 40-year-old as well.
Apparently.
Which we'll come on to. And then you did mention before that you've been working FIFO. So you said the training's difficult to fit in maybe at the volumes that you'd like. What does that look like for you? Do you do a lot of training on the treadmill? How are you kind of fitting that in around work?
So my easy running, I try to sort of run around the camp we're at. I think it's about 1.8 Ks, a bit of a loop just on the red dirt. That's the sort of easy running. I like to sort of just get outside and like get some fresh air, because can't run on the treadmill every day. I'll just go insane. But still managing to get some like quality sessions at the moment on the treadmill, and it's good to be like sort of fueling right. And sort of like really intact with like the paces I'm hitting. So I mean, it's all going well so far, but I had a feeling I might sort of plateau a bit. just with sort of the work run balance. But yeah, seems to be working at the moment. But yeah, we'll see how we go in a couple months' time.
Yeah. So then what does that next couple of months look like for you? What have you got in the pipeline?
Yeah, I don't like disclosing some races, but yeah, start of the year I was keen on doing cross country. So yeah, heading over to Ballarat and representing WA, but I'm away at work, so I'm gonna miss next weekend, unfortunately.
Yeah, bummer.
But yeah, I've seen the start list and looks like a cracker race, so that'll be good. But yeah, for me personally, I'm eyeing up Perth half. I got third, I think, 2 years ago. So, yeah, I'd like to go one or two better this year, and potentially even PB. Yeah, it's a good time of year, and yeah, hopefully maybe crack the 68. But yeah, other than that, City to Surf, and then yeah, top it off with Perth Marathon end of the year. So I'd love to run a sub 2:30. Yeah, on home soil, and who knows, even podium. Depends how many Kenyans come over, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm sure Paul the Kenyan will be back.
Yeah, he'll have Smithy trembling.
What is the qualifier? You mentioned London. What's the qualifier for London?
So I haven't run a marathon, so I couldn't put forward any time. But you can put forward a half marathon time, which was 71:30.
Yeah. Okay.
And so
is
yeah,
that
I ran 72:40, I think, at that Perth half marathon. But yeah, unfortunately ran the 73 at Gold Coast, so yeah, missed that entry.
yeah?
Does your 2:29 at Frankfurt give you an entry for the following year for 27
It
or
does,
28?
yeah.
And it's
Beauty.
a big one next year.
Yeah, so both days, so 100,000 people. So yeah, quite tempting.
Are there any plans to get back over to the UK then, Liam, like with Dad being there?
I'm actually looking at potentially Valencia end of next year, and yeah, I'm eyeing off of maybe a 2:24 marathon. So yeah, I might sort of spend the weeks prior in England and sort of adjust to the sort of time and everything, and then head over to Valencia. But yeah, who knows?
Exciting, bloody exciting, mate. Yeah, I think you're a perfect example of someone who, under the right guidance and with the potential, can achieve some pretty incredible things. And I think just chatting to you now, like we've had, I remember sitting around at Gold Coast last year and having a beer after the race, and and having dinner and things like that. And you're obviously very mature bloke, but yeah, just having a chat with you now, kind of clear how kind of in touch with your own training and stuff you are. So it's awesome to see things coming together for you, mate.
Thank you. Yeah, just got to stay knuckled down, and Matt's training will pay off, I'm sure.
Big time. Well, I mean, why don't we take us through, like you said, you're kind of in and out of up north at the moment. So what does a training week look for you right now? Given that maybe one for your FIFO week and then one for the week when you're home, just if there is any difference.
Yeah, sure. So I'll just do a nights because I do 1 week of nights and then 1 week of days. So for my nights, I fly out like the Wednesday night and then go straight to work. And then pretty much I get in about 6 a.m. from work. Try to get 8 hours sleep. So I wake up about 2 p.m. Have a small something to eat, and then it's pretty much straight to the treadmill or outside, I guess. And I've sort of got one eye on the clock because I start work at 6. So I've kind of got to get a wriggle on. I can't be sort of stuffing around or anything. So pretty much get the session done, or easy run, whatever it is, and then get some food down, shower and change, and then off to work. But my session days are Tuesdays and Fridays, with the long run on Sunday. So I've really sort of got to be on the ball with them because hour and a half to 2 hours generally for them days. So it doesn't leave me much time to sort of chill out or anything at all. And then when I am home, I am able to fit in like the double days of running. But yeah, it does take a day or two to sort of fully recover, adjust, and sort of get the sleep back into like proper sleeping again. It stuffed me HBF morning. I think I got about 3 hours sleep. I was up at 1 a.m. and I just couldn't fall back asleep. So it has got me a couple times, but everything's going well so far. No burnout or nothing, but just eating a bit more and really focused on sort of taking them easy days, like real easy, and recovering and then not being burnt out for work.
Yeah, tricky one to manage for sure, especially when you're taken out of your comfort zone, I suppose, with maybe the work that you're doing. It's definitely night shift can't be easy, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that do it, but I don't think I could cope.
No, me neither. All right. Well, stick around, Liam. We'll get stuck in our own training weeks. Maybe we'll start with you, Chris. How's your training been?
It's not doing night shift, but it feels like work's been quite stressful lately. So just a bit of travel, a bit of time pressure. So just trying to squeeze things in, not doing doubles. Ran 6 days last week for 116 Ks. The focus has been primarily to get some elevation in. So with Transcend now not that far away. I don't exactly know how many weeks, but not that far away. It's just trying to make sure I can squeeze in a decent long run on the weekend that does have more elevation than I typically do. So the last couple of weeks I've PB'd my elevation for the week, which has been cool. I think I ran nearly 1,800 meters of elevation last week, and then this week I went over 1,800. I was supposed to do my long run was actually supposed to be closer to kind of 4.5 hours on Sunday, but I think I did a 10 by 60 second, 10 by 30 second hill session on Friday, and my legs were cooked from that. And I think getting out with Audie, I got about 16 Ks into this run, and on Sunday morning, and I was like, Audie, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all the way through 42 or 43 kilometers, whatever we were supposed to do. So we ended up cutting a little corner off it and made it 37, and more or less got us to exactly 4 hours. So happy with that. Just got to keep putting those together over the course of the next kind of 8 weeks. And I was saying to you today, Simon, I want to try and crack 2,500 meters for the week at least once this build for Transcend. So not necessarily all in one run, but just for the week would be nice. So appreciating that I probably won't get in those double days that everyone talks about, those back-to-back long runs. So
where would you aim to? Because obviously one of the runs will be in the hills on a Sunday, but how would you try and space the other 1,000 meters?
Yeah, so if I were to get a 1,500 meter run on my Sunday, that leaves me with 1,000 meters for the rest of the week, which is scary to think about. But yeah, like my run this week, I think my midweek run, I did close to 400 on my Wednesday. I did the hill session on Friday, which gave me another close to, it was like 300. So pretty quickly, and with like I can around here, I can get like I can go for a 10 or 12K jog, and I can get 150 meters quite easily. So it's just about finding the motivation to actually go out and do that rather than just run flat along the river. So it's just being a bit more diligent with doing that. But that does mean that when I get by the time I do get to Sunday, it feels like my legs are pretty cooked from the week, especially when I'm trying to still fit in 2 sessions. So we'll just maybe that Wednesday run has to be bigger, and then it can alleviate some of the pressure on some of my other runs during the week, just to spread out the load a little bit.
Will you start to ease off on the sessions as you get closer to Transcend, and maybe not only like drop to 1 session a week and then, focus more on the elevation?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. So I've got Bibra Lake in 2 weeks, right? So at the moment, like I'll do some. I have been doing some kind of more specific stuff over the last couple of weeks just to maybe get myself ready for that. But the pressure isn't. I don't feel the pressure of like doing too much given how I ran at HBF. So I'm kind of just going into this fairly relaxed. But yeah, I think after that, it will be. I'm not inclined to necessarily go to one session, but it might just mean that the makeup of my session is slightly different to what I would typically do. So maybe there will be some more hill reps or longer hill stuff in the week as a kind of a tempo or threshold effort over hills, like I might do in a marathon block. I might do like kind of 5 by 8 minutes or something over the hills through Kings Park. Doesn't give me a whole lot of elevation, but like it's good for toughening the legs up a bit, running a bit quicker downhill, work on the quads, and just managing effort up and downhill to hopefully translate into what might be race effort for 65Ks, which I have no idea what that is. But yeah, it's scary. After Sunday's run, I was just thinking, geez, like I can't believe I've signed up for this.
Well, I mean, we are interviewing Ben and is it Annika in a couple of weeks' time, so maybe we get some tips with the months to go. So Bibra's in 2 weeks. Do you have a time goal in mind, or are you hoping to just do better than what you did at HBF?
Yeah, I think just given I'll be running probably solo, I can imagine that we'll have to see who turns up on the day. But I think if I can run 80 minutes and do it solo, I'll be happy with that. I don't think beyond that, we'll just have to see what the weather's like. But I feel like I could do that. I just need to, make sure I actually have a taper week. I'll taper next week. And then maybe this week's long run won't be quite as intense. I think I've got King of the Mountain on Sunday. So the effort will be higher, but the distance will be considerably less. So yeah, we'll see how I come out of that and how that translates to the Sunday following.
Yep. Sounds good. All right. Vicky, how about yourself?
I mean, it's about the same as the week before, really. I missed a few days at the beginning of the week because it was a bit of a tough start to the week as my elderly dog had to be put to sleep. So that was very sad, and I didn't get out on Monday or Tuesday, and then I did actually really need a run on Wednesday. So I did my tempo session on Wednesday morning, which actually was pretty good. I felt great for having 2 days rest. And I'm probably still running my tempo sessions faster than Tina would tell me to. So, and then I did my usual yellow run on Thursday, which was pretty good. And then just easy run on Friday. I didn't run on Saturday because I was run directing at Parkrun, so I didn't have a very big week at all. Only ran 4 days. And then on Sunday, as we've already mentioned, I ran with BTRC. I felt really good yesterday. I felt very fresh and poppy, and I was running with Andy Carrington, and he said, I was like, he was counting down. And he was like, we've only got 12 minutes to go. And I was like, I think I might give it a push. So I did. That was nice. But I have to say that I wasn't running with, but Ben, Tay, and Matt stopped for water a couple of times, and then we caught them, and then they would run 200 or 300 meters with us, and then they just fade off into the distance. Watching Ben run, I feel like I'm very fit all of a sudden, because I just look at the way he looks and I'm like, wow, maybe I look like that. I know I don't. I know I don't look that good at all. but it just inspires me a little bit for a couple of minutes. So that was nice. Thank you, Ben, for running in front of me for 100 or 200 meters. And then I also was playing catch-up on push-ups all week as well, because I absolutely cannot not do the full number of push-ups that we are required to do in this challenge. So,
it's silly.
So yesterday was a catch-up day for me because I didn't do any on Friday. So I had to do I don't know what it was, 170 yesterday. So I went to the gym and I did so many push-ups and so many squats. So today I'm my legs are sore. my arms are sore. But yeah, did 47 Ks for the week, an 18K long run, which was good, solid, which was my longest run for a very, very long time.
That's good.
And this week, hopefully, we'll be back to normal. I don't have parkrun and any volunteering duties at the weekend, so I'll be able to run on Saturday morning. I might even do a Team Tina session on Saturday morning, which would be my debut.
Wow.
So,
have you seen the weather on Saturday?
No. Maybe I will not do a Team Tina session on Saturday.
It's shit.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Oh.
It's like 50K wins kind of.
Oh, is
stuff.
it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm not. No, I won't do that then.
Should have kept quiet. I can confirm Ben has this aura, some sort of aura when he runs. It's ridiculous.
It does, doesn't it?
It looks easy. It just looks easy, and it does make you go faster. Yeah,
100%. It made me go faster. Andy was like, "Vicky, you need to go and run with Ben. He's running far too fast." I was like, "I don't need to go and run with Ben," but yeah, it was nice. It was a really lovely morning. There was just a little group of us, and a lot of people had done Ultra Perth on Saturday, so it was low numbers for BTRC, but we had a nice time.
Very good, very good. I'll go my training week. So 96 Ks for the week. I've been trying to push 100 Ks for the last 3 or 4 weeks and feeling pretty fit. So I was continuing that this week. We had a big session Saturday. We had alternating Ks, which a lot of people despise. And I think for a lot of people who do alternating Ks across different training groups, it might be overs and unders, but for Tina, she likes to do the slower K as your goal race pace, whatever that may look like. So it's predominantly a marathon session for us, where the slower K, will be perhaps your target marathon pace thereabouts, with your faster rep being like 10K or half marathon pace for that K. So they can get quite spicy when you're deep into a marathon block. I'm training for a 10K, so very interesting reps and paces assigned to me. We decided to go with 3:35s for the ons and 3:45s for the off, so not quite a classic Team Tina alternating K sesh, but still spicy nonetheless. And if I had pulled that off, I would have hit an unofficial 10K PB. So it was going to be tough to do. So it was 10Ks worth of alternating. And it was very hard. I think I was able to hold those paces perhaps for the first 2 sets and a bit until the turnaround, and then copped the easterly and it felt too hard, and it was kind of drive heaving towards the end. So I think I ended up finishing the reps. I think the ons I managed maybe 3:40, but then the slower K I could barely hold 4-minute Ks. So it was still okay. Like, it was still a pretty good session overall. And then I did a bit of gardening Saturday arvo and started to feel a bit sore, and woke up sore on Sunday, went for a long run, head towards the coast. I did see Vici in the BTRC, but then by the time I hit the coast, I was starting to struggle. I could feel my knee giving me quite a bit of grief. And then I think, where did I end up turning around? Maybe close to North Beach somewhere, and I was in so much pain that I was contemplating giving Linda a call to pick me up. Opted against it, turned around, shuffled home, and I think I am now paying the price for that. So I am limping. I am in quite a bit of pain. I'm seeing Ella tomorrow, and hopefully it is not too bad, but I'm limping. I can barely walk. I can barely sit down. I've been sitting down during this record, and I know that if I stand up, I am going to be in a world of pain. So I might just sit in this chair for the rest of the day. But I'm a bit concerned because I'm a man that doesn't do any strength and conditioning. I've never been injured ever, and I'm in a bit of pain. So fingers crossed it's nothing. Nothing too serious.
Is it at all possible that it's all inside your head?
I wish it was, but it fucking hurts. I worked from home today, and I didn't really do too much work. Let's just say I've not done very much. I've been very stationary, but I think it's when I sit down and I get up where I feel that sharp pain in my knee. If I'm standing around, I'm okay, and I'm just limping around really. So I don't know. There's a bit of pain when I flex my knee, and I do feel just bits of pain just all around my kneecap. So that's a bit concerning. So yeah,
So you
probably a
didn't
week
just
off.
see Ella, is that right?
Yeah,
And I guess you'll probably chat to her, see what the thing is, but like there might be some value in getting a scan or something if problems persist.
yeah, possibly. Yeah, I'm not as mobile as I'd like to be. So already I know I'm probably not going to do much running this week, if at all. But hopefully it's not too bad. I mean, I've got Shelley in just under a month. So I'm hoping it's just, I don't know, nothing, right? It's just a bit of swelling that subsides and I'm back to running next week. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping for anyway.
I feel like these things can feel very, very bad, and then it give it a couple of days. You never know. I mean, I'm sure Ella will give you the right advice, of course, but I feel like maybe, yeah, it's perhaps worse because you've not had this type of thing before, and you're not used to it. Not that I would be any different if it was me, because I'd be panic stations, but I think we do tend to panic a bit, and maybe it's not as bad as you think it is. So hopefully a couple of days, keep our fingers crossed, it'll come.
Good. Yeah,
Good.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, so that's my week. Let's get into results. So we had Ultra Perth over the weekend on Saturday, which had distances from 10K all the way to the 50K. We'll start reading some of the results. Maybe we'll start with the 50K, Chris.
Yeah, so I think like the 50K is going to be one of the better paying races in the state. I think it was 5K for the winner. I saw Nera holding a giant 5K check, which
I think she got 5K for breaking the course record.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She smashed it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So not sure what the winning prize was then, but I did tell Joel that the beers were on him next time I see him. So
apparently he's paying for his delirious entry with his prize money, and I said that is ironic that you are going to pump your prize money back into another serious event. And we did discuss that maybe a podium at an ultra series event should get a heavily discounted / free entry to a race such as Delirious. So Sean, if you're listening,
put it out there.
Yeah, just I'm putting it out into the universe on his behalf.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll quickly rattle through these. So in the women's race, Nera Jareb took out the win in a course record of 3:18.24. So Nera's obviously back and running very, very well. We've seen her name pop up in the last kind of few months, but it's official that she's fit and she's ready. Jackie Kellerman came in second in 3:31.10, followed by Lauren French in 3:38.07. Joel Gray, our mate, won the men's race in 3:10.44 over Soto Mayahara in 3:14.16. It looks like Joel's Arnott's cream favourites did the job while he was out in the Harvester last week. So, yeah. He, from what I understand, I think Joel caught up to Soto at 34K. They ran with each other for maybe 4K or so, and then Joel decided enough was enough and put his foot down and finished strong. So, yeah, great run from Joel. Dominic Boscher came in third in 3:17.59. Now, we've got relays for the 50K here, and I've only taken a screenshot of them, so bear with me while I zoom in. We've got the 50K duos were taken out by Emmett and Marnie in 3:39.27. The Cramp Cartel came in second in 3:58.14, and then Bosch came in third, 4:03.10.
That is the best team name ever. I love that.
Bosch.
Bosch.
Both. And then the teams race. So the Averley Park races came in first, 3:57.11, followed by Cat Watt's team Runners Connected in 4:03.59, and then the Ultimate Warriors, which is kind of the name that I think like a bunch of 10-year-old kids would come up with, but the Ultimate Warriors came in third in 4:09.46. So hopefully they're not 10 years old and they're old enough to be running 50K races. We had Simon. You want to take us through the half, mate?
Yeah, we've got the half. We'll start with the men's. We've got Smithy on a light Saturday morning jog. I've got here in the run sheet in 68.14. We've got 40-year-old man Ryan Greenwood in 70 minutes and 38 seconds. And then we've got Liam Kamudu right here with us in 70.54. Maybe I'll just rattle off the rest of the half and maybe we'll get a bit of a recap from yourself, Liam. In the women's race, we had Debbie Donald in 1:19.49. We've got Dee McPhee with perhaps one of the easiest $1,000 she'll ever win in 1:33.43. And then we had Sasha Johnson in 1:35.48. So, yeah, tell us, Liam, in terms of heading into Ultra Perth, what was the race plans and what were your expectations? Were you expecting a win or were you expecting some tight competition at the top?
Well, me and Smithy had agreed, nice little cash prize here. Let's run first and second.
Yep.
I mentioned it to Ryan when we were having like drinks after HBF. That there's a bit of cash and it's like a good sort of hit out as well, and he ended up signing up and I saw his name on the start list the night before and I was thinking, oh God's sake. Same with Hellbush as well. I thought, oh no, I might even miss the podium here now. But yeah, when the gun went off, Smithy and Hellbush took off straight away and it was quite breezy out there, so I knew just sort of like get through this first K or two, get over the bridge, and then once the wind sort of settles down, sort of crank up the pace and knuckle down. But I knew I'd be running with Ryan a fair bit. I just didn't know he was actually doing a session for it. So it was a bit of like a sort of ding dong battle between me and him. Like he pressed start on his watch and he'd sort of just take off running 3:15s. And I thought, I've got to like stay in touch with him here. So it didn't really mess up my flow, but it was a bit of like an odd way of racing. Like for me, just felt a bit strange, sort of the sort of up down. So when he pressed like the interval button on his watch, he'd sort of ease off and do 3:25s for his off K, and I'd like sort of cruise past him. And then I just hear a watch go like a K later, then I just hear him like up my bum and sort of like cruise past me. And then we slowly sort of brought Hellbush in. I think we got about 30 meters behind him, and he sort of took off and jumped in the bushes for a quick toilet break.
Oh no.
He saw us go past and he quickly jumps out and like sprints to hop on our backs. But he seemed like he was a bit cooked because 2 Ks later he stepped off and it was just down to me and Ryan because Smithy had it all wrapped up quite comfortably. And 2 Ks to go, Ryan pressed start on his watch for the last interval and I just couldn't go with him. The wind sort of knocked me out from Riverside Drive there. It was just a bit too strong and I spent all my matches again. But it was good in the end. Really happy with the time. It's my second fastest half marathon, so very happy with that, to crack 71 there.
Sounds good, mate. And you said, well, maybe we touched on it earlier, but not quite a specific training block heading into Ultra Perth. So I guess when you are ready to tackle training for Perth half coming up, that must give you a bit of confidence knowing that you can knock a time like this without specific training, but once you get into a specific training block, you'll be good to go.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't get the best of sleep the night before either. head wasn't racing or anything. Just couldn't sleep. It just felt like I was still at work. So it wasn't a full out effort, but it did feel a bit hard. Just with the sort of fatigue and all. But it does give me a lot of confidence. So I think it's the start of August. I think that first week of August, Perth half. So it's coming around fast. But I know when a bit more training and a nice taper, hopefully I should get in and around that 69-minute mark. And who knows? Might get some fast people turn up and work together and get a fast time that day.
Sounds good. I was messaging Ryan earlier today. He did go ask Liam about the elite start list, including Andrew Helbush, which you've mentioned, and a particular Kenyan. Did you see a Kenyan name on the start list and worry a bit?
So I'm going through the list, and there's a guy called I can't remember his first name, but his last name was Caprono, and straight away I thought, oh no, another Kenyan. But get to the start list, and I think there was about 7 or 8 of us in that elite sort of pen there, and no Kenyans in sight. So it was a bit of weight off the shoulders, and Smithy was definitely relieved if anyone was.
Fair enough. Very good. All right, we'll move on to the 10K. Vicky, did you want to read through the 10K?
Yes.
podiums?
So in the men's, Hayden Brook was first in 36.26. I think second podium in a week for Hayden, as well as Dee, who we mentioned earlier, who also had a podium at Rottnest. Paul Rowland was second in 37.30 and Vincent Parr third in 38.33. And then for the women, we had Rebecca Toir-de-Kleb in 36.31. Alice Wicks was second in 38.44 and Sharon Davis third in 42.08. And then moving on to the PTS Snakes and Ladders, which happened yesterday. So there was the green course, blue course, black course. In the men's, there must be some hard names in here because I've got my name against all of these results. So off we go. The men's, Daniel Rutherford was first on the green course in 26.28, Ricey Steele second in 31.43, and Rhiann Healy in 31.55, rounding out the men's podium. The women's, Emily Murray was first female but second overall with 27.22, and she also came fourth the previous day at the 10K Ultra Perth. Missed a turn apparently, so that would have been disappointing, but she redeemed herself at the PTS series. And then we've got Chantal Jury was second in 30.25, third overall, and Bithya Vijay Kumar was third in 30.40, fourth overall.
I'm getting
really good at these names.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody at work the other day who was going to need to read out. Oh, it was my CEO actually. We were reading out some prize winners for some HBF volunteering prizes that we were giving away to staff, and he was like, "How do you pronounce this name?" And I was like, "You just lock in. You just go for it, and you don't look back."
Only one syllable, just one.
Yeah.
one yeah.
So on the blue course, the men's was the winner was Zach Thomas in 46.53. Cameron Whitney was second in 50.49, and Graham Bamber was third in 51.59. And for the women, Jolie Patterson was first female in 52.18, followed by Claire Eatwell in 55.11, and Grain Byrne was third female in 58.42. And then last but not least, we had the black course. So the men's, Connor Dale was first in 1:44.39. Miles Gabler was second in 1:45.46. And Finn Riley was third in 1:49.02. And then for the females, Jamie Stevens was first in 2:08.30, followed by Annalie Martinovich was second in 2:10.19, and Christella Taylor rounding out the female podium in 2:17.19. And there we go. That was the PTS Snakes and Ladders.
Very good. Excellent. We'll head into upcoming events. So we've got Red Dirt Backyard Ultra this Saturday up in Karratha. We've got King on the Mountain, as Chris mentioned, this Sunday. Are you racing that, Chris, or are you doing, I don't know, just a effort of some sort?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I say race, I don't know how to race a trail race, but I'll be running it as hard as I can, put it that way.
Okay. Yep.
Just don't fall over, because it really hurts on this course.
Thank you.
A friend of mine fell over last year because it's quite gnarly in places, and he really hurt himself. He was like very bloody and messy afterwards. So don't do that.
Ash Ritson, I think, podiumed in this race last year, and she fell flat on her face.
She did, because she was just in front of him and he saw her. Yeah. And then he fell as well. Yeah.
He was like Nelson, like, and then he fell on it.
Quite possibly. Yeah.
Very good. And then we've got Bravehearts 777 Marathon, Perth Lake on the Monday, the 29th of June. We've got Bibra Lake Running Works Festival, Sunday, the 5th of July. We've got the Broome International Airport Marathon, which is not on the airport tarmac. It's on the beach, as confirmed last year when we were doing an investigation on that. And then we've got the Kalgoorlie Pipeline Marathon with the 10K half marathon. Pretty sure there's a 50K in there.
There is, yeah.
You like prize money, Liam? Would you fancy yourself heading to Kalgoorlie for a trip for some money, or tight-lipped about that?
Tempting, but that's Mr. Tom Tedge's race, that one. I'll leave that to him.
Yeah, very good. And then we've got PTS Eagle and Child Trail Run, also Sunday the 19th of July. We've got Shirley Loop on the same day. And then finally for July, we've got the Coastal Running Festival, Burns Beach, 26th of July. All right. Vicky's verbalizations. Over to you, Vicky.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention something that's interesting, which is one of our yellow runners, Veronica Kurtzer, is currently in the Gobi Desert running the Gobi March, 250 Ks or 155 miles. It's a 6-stage race. It started yesterday in Kabuk Balgas Fortress in central Mongolia. It's part of the Race the Planet's 4 Desert Ultra Series, and named as one of the top 10 endurance competitions in the world. It's a delightful mixture of sand dunes, rock valleys, grasslands, riverbeds and crossings, and gravel tracks across the battlefield of Genghis Khan. And what I thought was really interesting when I was looking into this was that there's obviously you don't get great signal in the Gobi Desert. So they put laptops and tablets in cyber tents at the end of each stage. And so the participants can go on and like write blogs and send emails and things, so that's their only contact with the outside world. And I was looking through the results, and there was one person that had written a blog, and he'd got a little icon of his blog that he'd typed up. But yeah, it sounds very grueling, right up Veronica's street, because she's a bit of a glutton for punishment with these sorts of events. 10 to 25 degrees in the day, but can get down to -2 at night. And it is known as the land of the eternal blue sky, I think, with 250 days of blue sky each year, which would be weird, I think, in the middle of the night to be, -2, but bright sunshine. Well, not sunshine, but blue sky at least. Yes. So anyway, they're on stage 2 today. Veronica has finished stage 2, and I believe she is now in the top 10 females, which is just pretty incredible. She is a complete weapon. So I will be following along, and we will see how she gets on and report back next week when hopefully she will have finished.
So So there's camps at each stage where they just camp out in the middle of the desert.
They camp in yurts, I think. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm imagining like these people like writing blogs and sending emails like Matthew McConaughey on Interstellar. just watching his children grow up on a screen.
It's only 6
and
days.
crying hysterically, yeah.
It was like
6 long days.
when I did a hike to Everest Base Camp, like 12 or 14 years ago, and that was the only contact we had as well. We had to go and like pay our money in a little internet cafe and send a probably like a MySpace message to my mom to check that everyone was okay.
How good.
A cool event.
Amazing. Yeah, for sure.
Very good.
It's not dissimilar to that one that Aaron Pike did over in the UK a couple of years ago. I think when we interviewed him, Simon, you remember that? Out in Wales somewhere.
Snowdonia, is it?
No, what it was, that's another one, yeah. But
Dragonback, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
was it Dragonback?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not for me. Not for me at all.
It's the way I feel about Bibra Lake.
Yeah, but Bibra's over in a short period of time. All right, well, we'll finish the episode with weapons of war, Chris.
Yeah. Well, as they say, and as Liam suggested earlier on in the interview, nothing new on race day. However, our third place in the women's half marathon at Ultra Perth on the weekend, Sasha Johnson ended up with some very bloody blisters on the back of her heels after wearing some cycling socks for the first time on a run. She still finished third, as I said, and then proceeded to join the Bente Run Club with Vici on the weekend, run 18 Ks with her heel taped up. So if your knee is sore, Simon, you've got to ask questions about your devotion to the sport. When Sasha's out there.
I'll go for a walk tomorrow. Yeah.
We've got Nera Jareb. Just good to see her back, that she's fit and a force to be reckoned with this year. We've got Emily Murray, who I believe is coached by Matt Maguire. I'm not sure, what Matt's other athletes are doing, but I think Emily must race more than anyone else on the calendar.
Just every week.
Carlos Aquino included. I think she's racing sometimes twice or 3 times a week. So, keep it up, I guess.
She's very fit. Very fit.
Exactly. And finally, Jude Burleigh ran the Australian under-20 50K record at Ultra Perth in 4 hours and 17 minutes. So, congratulations, Jude. Awesome stuff.
Very good. All right, that's it for us this week. Liam, it's been a pleasure, mate. All the best for your training coming up. All the best for Perth Half and Perth Marathon later this year. And actually, thank you for being a great support of the WA Running Podcast, because I was trying to remember, I think you were at our first community run when Chris and I took over. And you've been to nearly all of the community runs that, when you've been in Perth. So really appreciate your support, but also coming onto the pod tonight. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Chris. For everyone else, you can reach us at WA Running Pod on Instagram. Our email address is warunningpodcast@gmail.com, and our Strava group is Warp. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time on the WA Running Podcast. See ya.
Thanks for having us. Bye.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
We need a new soundbite, I think.
It's mellow.
Yeah.
Mellow.